I'm Zach Kidd, the veteran realtor in Pinellas County, Florida. I'm a United States Air Force veteran and a former condo and HOA manager. I'm a member of the veteran-owned business community, and I'm also on the board of my local Veterans Association of Real Estate Professionals. And yeah, I prefer to work with other veterans in VA loans. So who qualifies for the VA loan? Well, all branches, including the Coast Guard, active duty veterans, National Guard and Reserve, and in rare cases, surviving spouses. In general, this requires 90 days of active duty, and if you're currently serving and you've got 91 days, then you're good to go. There's also veterans who serve during wartime, which is the vast majority of us. But if it was a peacetime serve, then it's 181 days, or in 24 months of service in total, and it's less if you were discharged for service-connected disability. National Guard and Reserve, if you served from August 1990 to present, you have 90 days of active duty service, you're good to go. Otherwise, it requires 6 creditable years. For those of you with the big chicken dinner or any other than honorable discharge, you may not qualify, but you can apply for a review. Shockingly, U.S. citizens who served with the armed forces of a government other than the U.S. government during World War II also qualify, as do public health service officers. Okay. Cadets at the military, Air Force, or Coast Guard academies, midshipmen at the U.S. Naval Academy, an officer at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or merchant seaman during World War II. What the fuck's up with this list? Also of note, VA loans are assumable, which means an otherwise unqualified individual can take over payments. If you meet any of these qualifications, congratulations and welcome to the party, pal. Get your COE and get moving. Some more myths to bust. One and done. What a load of bullshit. I have no idea where this rumor started, but for some strange fucking reason it persists. You will not be wasting your VA loan. There are 0 limitations on the number of times you can use it, and you can even use 2 at the same time under certain circumstances. Number 2, you need great credit to buy. Look, the government knew we were going to have shitty credit, so there is no minimum credit score to qualify for a VA loan. That said, each lender has overlays, which I'll get into more detail about on the Finding a Lender video. But for now, yes, you should work on getting better credit because it makes it easier to qualify for more programs at cheaper rates. Number 3, maximum benefit. Beginning in January of 2020, there is no upper limit except for what a lender will qualify you for. $2 million loan and 0 down? If you can find a lender to do it, yes. 100% financing is true, but closing costs are a thing, which means thousands more. So you need to save that up, right? No. There's a technique where we actually offer more and have the seller pay the closing costs, which washes out for them, but results in 0 down for you. Now let's get into the what about section. Let's talk about base housing. Base housing sucks. Little side story here. When I was stationed in Sacramento, California, Mather Air Force Base closed. They had a ton of base housing, and someone in the local government tried to give it to the homeless. Clearly there were other politics involved, but at the end of the day, the government condemned them as uninhabitable, even though it was fine for GIs just a couple months before. So base housing was so bad, they wouldn't give it to the homeless. Not to mention some of the other horror stories that we see. Worst of all, you get 0 extra money for that. If you can get BAH, then definitely you want to get BAH. Now, one of my personal favorite topics is the type of house you can buy with a VA loan. Everybody thinks single family home. And yeah, that's correct, yes. But also manufactured homes, conditions apply on that one, condos, townhomes, single-family homes and HOAs, and best of all, small multiplexes up to 4 units. This is huge, and we're going to talk about that a lot more in this video over here. Next question, what if I can't afford it on my own? Break a battle, buddy! I call this the Golden Girls model, and I have a dedicated video all about this. It's not unique to VA loans, but it definitely applies.